How's it going, guys? So I'm actually halfway done through this new project I'm gonna show you guys, and I figured, hey, why not? Maybe some people don't know how to do this, so I thought I'd make a how-to video. So in this video we are gonna be replacing my ball joints. As you can see, I've already started and I'm halfway done. I've already done one side. So what you're gonna need is a hammer, 14mm socket, 14mm wrench, some pliers, some specialty tools. I got this from O'Reilly's. They have the Lend a Tool program. So this is a ball joint presser. You're gonna need a 7/8 socket to attach to the tightening end, and you're gonna need a variety of, these are all what comes in the kit, but I found that these two sockets were the sockets I needed to press out my old ball joint, which is the crap SPC adjustable camber ball joints. Those things are pure garbage, so I do not recommend them. So I used a 24mm to press that old ball joint in, and I used a 1 1/4 socket to press in the new Moog ball joints. So you also gonna need a breaker bar to loosen your lug nuts, and a punch and a hammer to get the boot over the ball joints. So here is my old ball joint. As you can see, it's got plenty of lovely play. Camber adjustments on the fly. So the reason I do not like these is that when you get your alignment set, they loosen this nut right here to adjust camber. So you can see your camber gets adjusted right there. And the only thing holding that camber is this nut. So as you can imagine, some hard turns or over time, this nut will actually get loose and this will slide out of place. So that $100 alignment you just paid for just got ruined because of this stupid locking nut. So throw these away. They also go bad very quick because their boots are trash and they get dirt and grime and water into these ball joints, and they end up doing that. So yeah, trash. Go ahead and get yourself some nice sturdy Moog ball joints. The part number is K90264 if you guys are interested. These are by far one of the best ball joints out there. I cannot find OEM, so if you guys know the part number for OEM ball joint, please let me know. This is the only replacement I got that I trusted. So Moog ball joints, RDN on the driver's side, as you can see. Ta-da! And the sexy feels. Hello, baby. How you doing? There you go. So that's that. Let's get started on how you take these off. Okay, so hold on. First thing you want to do is remove this cotter pin from the upper ball joint. Get this straight, bend it straight somehow, and then pull it out. As such, there. Now once that is out, you can for these SPC, this is a 16mm socket, so you can go ahead and get socket and remove that. Cool. Okay, now once that nut is off, you're gonna go ahead and hit this control arm with a hammer. For other purposes, you want to be careful not to miss, because I've done this before where I've missed and I've actually hit the threads with the hammer. But since I really don't care about this upper ball joint, I can go ahead and miss a couple of times. But if you're, working on your car somehow on something and you're keeping your upper ball joints, you want to make sure you do not hit that. So let's try to be careful and swing away. couple swings and it is loose. And as you can see, just like my other one, this one's actually in better shape, but yeah, trash. Okay. Now you can go ahead and do this in the car if you want, but I prefer to actually take these upper control arms off because they're dirty and I want to clean them anyway. So these are all 14mm nuts and bolts. So you want to get a 14mm socket and a wrench so you can hold the nut on one side and loosen the other one as such. Oh man, these are on there. Oh man. And then you pull out the bolt. So once one side is done, go ahead and repeat that to the other side, and then it should just pull off. Okay, next you wanna disassemble this ball joint. This is a 1 1/16. What the heck? They're two totally different nuts. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay, so the other ball joint had a different locking nut than this one. So let me go find out what this is. But yeah, the other one was a 1 1/16. Okay, so for this nut, it's a 22. So we're gonna wanna disassemble it. And for me, I think it's gonna be a little too tight to do it, so I'll just hammer it off. If I can get a hammer on it. There you go, now it's getting loose. This one's being a lot more difficult than the other one. Okay, so pretty much once you get this nut off, these will actually break apart into like 3 different pieces. Golly, come on. I think this one had Loctite or something, which is good. This one probably kept its alignment better than the other one. Yeah, it did, you can see it. Okay, so there. It broke off into 3 pieces. Now we can go press this one out. And this is a setup I got going on. As you can see, we got one of these plates on the bottom right here. And then we got one of these hollow rings, removing tubes, right there. And then I got my 24mm socket pressing on the upper ball joint. So right now, all we gotta do is tighten this up with my ratchet, and we should be golden after that. And there you have it, it's already pressed in, or pressed out. See? And that fits perfectly in there. Now we got our control arm we can go ahead and clean out and put some grease on there for the new ball joint. And the new ball joint, this is what it comes with. Let me open it up. You have a rubber boot, you have the actual ball joint, a nylon locking nut, wherever that went, and a C-clip. You're gonna need a specialty tool for this C-clip. I did not have one, so I had to go buy one. It's called a locking ring pliers. So pretty much it goes in like that, and it expands the C-clip. Yeah. So you're gonna need one of these. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna get the ball joint and press it in through the top, as so. Alright, and now here's the setup to press in the ball joint. So it's pretty much the same thing I had going on to take it out, but the only thing I switched was this socket. I went from the 24 millimeter to a 1 1/4 socket. So all we gotta do now is tighten it up and you can see it get pressed in. And you want to make sure that it's in flush all the way around as such. So there you go. Now we got to get this C-clip into that groove, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that with these pliers off camera because it actually takes a couple of tries and I'd rather not just be recording me failing to get this C-clip on. So I'll be back with it on. I should have been filming because I got it on the first try. So as you can see, C-clip is on, and you want to make sure it's around the whole ring pivot because that's what's holding the ball joint in place and not letting it slip out. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and put on the boot. And the boot, you're gonna, where'd it go? Here you go. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and pack this ball joint up with more grease because I feel like this is not enough. So I'm gonna pack the inside of this as well. So let's go do that and we'll go put it on. Okay, so now that these two are packed up with grease, we're gonna slide it over, and this actually has to be punched on because it's a tight fit. So just be careful, use a punch and a hammer. Try not to rip the boot because if you do, then game over because these ball joints will fail fairly quickly once the boot is open. So let's go ahead and start punching. Okay, so after much hammering and tapping, I got it to sit flush all around the whole ball joint. Whoa, almost dropped the camera. And now we are ready to reinstall. So installation is just pretty much the reversal of what we did. So put it in the car, put in the bolts, the nuts, and then lock this down. So let's go do that and I'll catch you when I'm done. And there you have it. Ball joint installed, replaced both sides. So tying that up to, I think, like 25 foot-pounds. Tying those two bolts up, you're done. Bam! Now I have some legit suspension going on. Just gotta wait for my tubular control arms. That's for next video. Alright guys, have a good one and keep boosting.